Hi, it's Pastor Jeff Elliott from Cape May Lutheran Church with our sermon for the week. The sermon this week is entitled, Walking on the Water. Maybe the story of Jesus, walking on the water, is a story about having more faith. Maybe it's a story about us being more like the little engine that could, so that we can defy the forces of nature, like storms and like pandemics, and overcome all of our failings, maybe even muster up a miracle or two. Or maybe the miracle of Jesus walking in the water is about something else entirely. Maybe it's about how most of us are like the disciples who remain in the boat. How most of us are frightened people in a world that seems to have gone crazy. Maybe most of us are caught up in a fear of making the wrong decisions concerning the health and well-being of the people that we love, trying so hard to get it right. Maybe some of us are like Simon Peter, having stepped impulsively out into the unknown and having found the whole thing to be a lot scarier than what we thought it would be. Maybe we, like Peter, have found ourselves sinking in debt, in addiction, in depression, or in anxiety. Maybe the load we thought we could handle is much more than we can handle. Maybe we feel like we are going to drown beneath those troubled waters, as the old Duke Ellington song laments. Maybe we feel like we are crying out for God to save us and clinging to the sweet hand of Jesus with whatever strength we have left. Or maybe we're on the other side of the miracle. Maybe it feels like Jesus has reached down and plucked us out of danger, like Jesus has done this for someone whom we love. Maybe we feel like we are sitting in the boat, saying, truly, this one is God. If we think back over our lives, we can probably remember times when we were all of the above. If this is indeed the case, then this is a story not about faith, at least not the kind of faith that allows us to walk on water. It's not even a story about how our eyes should always be on Jesus, the one who performs great works of wonder. I think that maybe this is a story about how all of us, the weak and the strong in faith, the backward and the bold, end up eventually being the ones who sink, being the ones who need God to snatch us out of danger. And the good news has always been that God says to every one of us, as we flounder and flail about, do not be afraid. It is I. It is God coming toward us on the storm. The winds are howling about us. The waves loom up over our heads. But God has us firmly in God's grasp and will walk us back into the boat. Whether we have an abundance of faith or no faith at all, God is coming to us through the storm over the most troubled of waters. God, you see, is written on our heart. God is inscribed on our forehead. In other words, God is etched deep into our biology. God is thankfully a part of us which we will find hard to get rid of. We have already gone down under these waters. That's what our baptism points to. Our old ego self has been discovered to be dead, and our new self that is connected deeply to God has been found to be alive. The old Adam has drowned within us, and God has pulled us out again to new life. God has had us from the beginning of our lives. God has us now. And God will never, never, never let us go. Amen.